Oh, okay, folks, and here we are again in the Unreal Engine 4.26.2, and I'm just gonna wander around and show off some more of these characters. Okay, different. I think she's holding a kid there. Yeah. And there's animations to all these things, and you can make them walk and do different things. Yeah. That guy there reminds you of that drunk 3PO guy. Anyway. It's like a good character to make as your antagonist. Yeah, him and his girlfriend have some issue, and then starts the story at whatever. Now, over this side, we got some monsters, different creatures. Right? This one, this one's a bit hard to see. I got all kinds of these monster types and different stuff. Right? Okay. These guys, real trippy looking. 3 different kinds. All right. It's a pretty neat looking one. This little guy here. His little mechanized whatever. Trippy little things there. Right. Dude over there. Okay. I think the next thing I'm going to do here, while I have a few more characters to do, I'm going to start playing around with some of the environments I had that were a little harder to use on the older PC. That should be fine now that I have a better cooling setup here. And that seems to have been one of my major issues was cooling. I mean, oh, wow, these newer cards run stupid hot, right? And then if you're doing, you got the Unreal Engine on, you got OBS on, you got this running, and say Discord or whatever in the background, and all these things take up resources that cause things to run funny. Beachwear, right? Yeah, for your prosthetic arms. Pretty neat looking environment, though. It is trippy. I gotta say. Hope that inspires someone. That's the idea of dropping all these little characters and stuff like this. I was doing something with somebody, I don't know what's going on there. Got into a discussion about Captain America and him going back in time to stay with his girlfriend. But meanwhile, since he got out of freezing, it's always been about saving the world. And it was never about, I got to find a way back to my girlfriend. I'm sure, he could have went to Stephen Strange a long time ago and said, "Listen, man, pop me back in time to my girlfriend because he's got the time stuff." Right? Never did that. Why did he not do that? Because he needed to help save the world, and that's what World War II was really all about. Was a lot of, husbands and boyfriends had to go off to fight in the war so that the ladies, would be safe and their kids. And the ladies did their part too. Don't get me wrong. You know, blah blah blah. You know, and that's that whole discussion seemed to irritate somebody, and they come up with some vague rule or something. And you know, we were talking about different movies, how they sell movies, and I mentioned the word tits in a thing, and I guess that's against a rule, right? So it says, "Oh, can I edit that out?" And then the person went and deleted it. Says, "Oh, you deleted it? Okay, no big deal, right?" And I says, "So your part's challenged here, okay?" You know, and this female mod seemed to think that that's argumentative, right? No, it's just the way you are. I wasn't going to make a big deal out of it, but you know, it and then I realized how far up in this conversation she had to go to pick that one for little tiny blue out, right? I mean, and these people are all about their so-called free speech. That's what another thing that gets me. Oh, Elon Musk will bring free speech back to Twitter, but you can't have it in your own chat. I see. I mean, I was okay with it. but it's not the first time that something silly like that's happened. And it seems to me that their mods are, I don't know, they've gone through a lot of shit, and I don't know, they think I'm just, I don't know, whatever. So whatever, no big deal. So, you know, if the other person still wants to do this thing where, here's some characters, write a story, and then we'll all animate it, and then you can have your texture guy change some textures and looks for people and stuff like that, and we can all share in some revenue if it ever makes any money, which you don't count on it, but if it did, whatever. Right? That's the idea. I mean, I could even probably find some people to do some music or sounds and different trippy stuff for it. That kind of jazz. But it all comes back to, once again, as soon as something like this happens, I just go to the side and say, I'm too busy for that kind of drama. Okay. Then the other person said, "Oh, good luck, mate." I know. I don't know what that means. That sounds fine. See you later. Bye. What? I mean, you're complaining to me about how your friend was being taken advantage of by jobs and things, and here I am trying to help make a situation where not only you could maybe do some writing, but whatever. So back to doing what I wanted to do, which was, I'll do it all myself then, fuck the world. It just comes down to show you never commit to something completely until you got it in writing. So whatever. Not biggie to me. I could just tell it's like those people that will rage against free speech and then tell you you can't speak freely. Just okay. And in more news, it's been 15 business days since the first since my counter notice was sent to and immediately replied by the first guy that struck my Diablo 3 video. It was me playing the game 38 hours in a row, cutting up the videos, leaving that where I went from Act 3 to Act 4 or something like that. Then there was a intro. Okay. And what happened there is, I'm not Russian, so I'm trying to translate what he's saying, and I type what I said in English, like, you're not Activision, you're not Blizzard, you can't do this, okay? He said something to the equivalent of, I looked at this other guy's video, and I sent you the notice. How are you sending me a notice about a game intro video when you're not the agent of the game? This other guy isn't the agent of the game either. And the link in the video originally went to his live stream in Russian playing a different part of the game. The number of mistakes here by either YouTube and him is astounding. Okay. And if I had lots of money and a lawyer, this wouldn't not only would not have happened, somebody would have been slapped with damages. Okay. And I'm trying to be nice to all sides because, hey, mistakes happen. Okay. And without having to go to the law and everything else. Okay. And he said it's not him that's doing this, it's YouTube. And he sent me that notice. And because he thinks I harassed him on his channel, which I didn't, I went there and said, listen, you're not the agent of this game. I uploaded gameplay that I played. You can't do this. Okay. So he went and did a takedown on me. That's an abuse of the DMCA. You're using an ability that you shouldn't have versus other, because here's a kicker. If I got into a courtroom, I'd just bring links of all the other YouTubers that have those game videos, and he's not bothered them. And as a non-agent of Activision and Blizzard, he'd be just tossed right out of court. And GMC has damages. So then why is YouTube not just saying, hey, it's a game video, you're going to have game videos? What what is the issue here? It had 14 bloody views. You know, it's not worth my time or effort to be doing anything with Diablo 3 because it's not getting any views because Activision has a poor reputation. Maybe it doesn't in Russia, eh? And I did exactly what the Blizzard forum people said. Redo the video, put it up. And I did, and it's still there. Why aren't you copy claiming my recent gameplay? Go for it. What's the difference? The only actual difference between that video and the original video is A, I didn't have a 4K monitor or a graphics card that would support 4K, and I did it in 2K, I think. I might have done it in 4K. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look. But anyway, that's the only difference. And it's the same thing with this Rome thing. The guy actually sent me an email saying that he told YouTube to take the takedown back or down, which should have removed the strike. And he said he asked his YouTube manager why this happened. And we conversed back and forth. And I said, look, I don't know what's going on here, but they seem to be attacking my channel then, if it's not you and the other guy. So I took everything I had for game videos into private mode so that YouTube wouldn't profit off of ad money. And I realized, you know what, that's wrecking my channel. So I put it all back up except for that game. And even Meridian XL. I just refuse to leave that public. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, okay, the videos are still there. And if I get clarification from YouTube that's saying, hey, you shouldn't have 2 strikes, then I'll put those videos back up. Okay? And then I go and put one of these videos up yesterday. And what happens? The morons put a link to Star Trek underneath the game. A game it should die. Okay? That game should die. It's terrible. It's one of the worst. Oh, never mind. Money pits. That's all these games are. They want to just, you might as well just be saying, listen, I want to steal all the money in your wallet and give you nothing that you're going to enjoy. We'll take everything that you think is fun away from you, and we'll just take your money. So we can sit on the beach and enjoy that latte and nice Russian yacht we just possessed. Anyway, don't even get me going, eh? Don't even get me going, because what's ironic here is that a couple of days before this first Russian struck me, I was sitting there talking to somebody about how I never had any problems with Russians, so why would I call them evil? They're not doing anything to me in Canada here, are they? No? And I looked at these BBC Newsnight videos, and it looked like Ukrainians were going around beating up on all the Russian-speaking Ukrainians there. So, you know, you expect them to take that shit forever and not get some friends and come back on you? Well, you know, this is how shit works. You keep bullying somebody, eventually they can come back and give you a bloody fucking nose. That's fucking called reality. All right? And it's why, you know, a lot of people feel silenced about saying this kind of shit. And then the next 2 days later, I get a copyright strike on a game intro video. When I finally look like I'm getting somewhere with the first one, they give me a second. What a joke, eh? So I moved everything to Rumble, and I'm giving the rights to everything that I published to Rumble so that, you know, in time, as those videos grow and get more popular, you know, if you want to see Grim Dawn builds, you're going to have to go to my Rumble channel. I'm not doing them here anymore, because why would I? Same with the Stellaris thing. I'm going to put little notices there saying if you want to use this video as a reference in the future, you're going to have to go to my Rumble channel. Okay? That's how it's gonna work. Okay, like I got 528 subs here, and yet some of those videos are up around 3 or 4 thousand views. So obviously, some people like them, right? You know, and guess what? You know, I feel like a slave here at YouTube. Okay, I made 1 penny in 2 days over at Rumble, and that's more than I've ever made off YouTube in 2 years here, trying to grow things. Every time I get going at doing shit, stupid shit like this happens, and this is why people just, I don't care, I'll just do whatever, you know. And you see them doing the same shit every fucking day, and it gets boring to watch. No offense, guys. Have some variety in your fucking lives, okay? And and if you're gonna play a video game, right? Yeah, okay, play it, have some fun with it, but also get to a point where, how did you learn to do this? How did you learn to do that? Little tips, okay? How do I do this? How do I do that? What key combinations do you use for this and that? Is it standard? What is this? What is that? And you're going to find that YouTube will like that one, okay? I noticed that with the Grim Dawn builds, okay? It was slow to start, but I got some that are almost at 1,000 views now. That means more than 1,000 people, double the number of subs, have come to see those videos, and they keep getting looked at, okay? That's another one. Make your channel, if you're into gaming, into something that can be seen long term. Do a playthrough, yeah, but explain your playthrough. Don't just play it and go, oh, that's the end of that. How did you get there? What did you do? What's your items? What's your skills? What's your items? What's this? What's that? Have some questions in your own head and then answer them on air for people, right? How did I do all this, right? Well, I could do a video on that, right? This looks pretty neat, doesn't it? Right? Epic gave out a free pack of some environments and some of the things in the background there, you know, look really neat. How is this all done? Right? YouTube likes that kind of stuff. And I'm not, not knocking what YouTube can do for you if you do it right. But even doing it right, they make mistakes. So in the future, I'm not going to do any game intros. Okay? It's not worth my time if a video game that gets 14 views, okay, to have this kind of bullshit go on and on. Same with the Rome intro. CA gave the game out for free during the pandemic. So the first thing I did was the game intro, and I was going to get back to playing, but I got other things to do here. Okay, other games to play. I got a roommate who likes playing other games too. The role-playing game, the warships game. He has other stuff to do. He likes to watch some movies on my TV here, so I go in the other room and I watch some stuff there on my older PC on Paramount Plus or some frickin' thing. Had Disney here, not having it no more. It's too expensive for you watch everything once. That's it. Have a nice day. Plus all the crap about Disney not wanting to protect kids. I mean, laws that protect kids, little children, you just shouldn't be fighting that shit. Okay, you don't need to be conservative or whatever to know that shit. Anyway, it's been long enough. Take care, everybody.